Today we're going to show you how easy it is to dock and undock a catamaran. We've already taken off our spring lines, started our engines and warmed them up. Now I've gone to the front to untie our two front lines while Kyle is on the dock, and he's going to lay those lines out neatly so that they're not in people's way when we're out. Front two lines off. I'm moving to the helm to control the throttles while Kyle goes to get the stern line on the starboard side. Now, as I said, both engines are started and warmed, so once Kyle has dropped the stern line, I'll put both engines into slow reverse to get us moving backwards. Now I'll apply a little bit more thrust on the port side to help pull the bow away from the dock, because we don't want to scrape the dock at all. And now equalizing the thrusts, both in reverse. Now as the bow clears the dock, the port side will be put into neutral, so the starboard side is still pulling back. Helm is turned to the hard right, and port side we start to push forward a little bit. Pushing a little harder on the port side, and starboard side to neutral and into forward. Now both throttles are equalized, that they're in the same position, thrusting forward. And we can now start driving just with the helm. We'll steer our way out of here. Now it actually takes us 8.5 minutes to get all the way out to the sea, so we'll do this in high speed here. Today we're leaving the Grand Bahama Yacht Club. This is in Port Lacaya on Grand Bahama Island. And we're going to head out through the Bell Channel out to the ocean. The camera's running at about 5 times speed right now, just to speed things up for us. This gives you a good view of all those solar panels up top that we've got. We've got 1,300 watts of solar power. Here we go, we're heading out through the channel. So in a few minutes we will put up the sails and turn off the engines and just go for a sail. Now coming back in, again this is running at high speed at about 5 times normal speed. We're actually only doing about 2 knots right now. But we've got the engines running, and as I make this turn I put the engines into neutral, so we just coast in. We're down to about 1 knot, so now we're down to real speed here. This is about the speed we're doing. At 1 knot we still have the rudders that can control the boat, so most of this is all being done with just the rudders now. Both engines are still running, of course, so we can use them as needed. Now you'll notice that just to the right side of the bow there's a white float in the water. That's our stern dock line. It's tied to a float there. Kyle's on the back starboard side of the boat with a boat hook, and he's going to grab that line. Right now I just did a bit of reverse thrust on the starboard, which helps to bring the bow in and slow us down a bit. Kyle's using the boat hook to grab that line, get it onto the starboard rear cleat. And I'm just giving a little bit of reverse thrust on both engines, and we're basically just sitting here now. Kyle's still got that boat hook, so he's headed up to the front. He's going to grab one of our dock lines, which is all sitting ready to go. And he runs across. And it doesn't quite reach, so he's going to pull to try and pull the boat, but I've got a bit of reverse thrust, so he asked me to go forward a touch. bit of forward thrust, and he drops it onto our cleat. Then he repeats with the other dock line. I find that most people, when they go out, they untie their lines from the dock and take them on the boat with them. I don't know why. We did leave ours on the dock. So right now we're done. It's time to shut off the engines, and we'll just get our 2 spring lines on the starboard side attached, and that's about it. That's it for docking and undocking a catamaran. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. We've got more videos already, and we've got a lot more coming. Have a great day.